Good day, you sexy internet travelers. Alright, so today now that we are 10 episodes in, I'm going to do the first episode review of Yuri on Ice because, shit, this episode was just too great to not do a review on. So, we have so many new developments with not only Yuri and Victor, but with Yurio as well. The episode starts off with Victor in a tub, ooh la la, giving his synopsis of all the 6 ice skaters going to the Grand Prix. And right off the bat, we get more deep insight into Victor. He says that when he gets away from skating, 2 L words come to mind: life and love. And he also says that he's been neglecting both of those for over 20 years. That is longer than the average lifespan of a gorilla. Now, this is interesting because for the first time we are made aware of the fact that Victor has yet to be in love up until this point. We didn't know before whether or not he had been in previous serious relationships, but now he states that it's something he's neglected for over 20 years, so we can fairly confidently say that Yuri is the first person that's evoked that emotion within him. The next day, Yuri insists on going sightseeing in Barcelona. Now, the way I see it is there's 3 possibilities here. Number 1, Yuri legitimately wants to go sightseeing in Barcelona. Number 2, he's wanting to de-stress and get his mind off of ice skating. Number 3, he's wanting to spend more of that time with Victor, if you know what I mean. Or there's that 4th option where it's all of the above. My guess is it's the latter. In the middle of this, there is a very interesting cutaway to Yurio, where notoriously antisocial and introverted mystery man, Otabek Altin, comes to Yurio and invites him to join him on his motorcycle for a motorcycle-like adventure. Later, Otabek discloses to Yurio that they actually trained together 5 years ago. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't remember people I met at a summer camp 5 years ago unless they created a significant impression on me. So from here, we can theorize a couple of different things. The first being the platonic possibility that Yurio was an inspirational figure of sorts, and that's what caused him to be remembered. The second possibility is the one I'm hoping for, and let's be honest, we all are, is that Yurio piqued Otabek's interest and that we might be getting a Yurio and Otabek ship. A Eurobek ship. Oh yeah. There is also the third possibility that he just randomly remembered him and thought to invite some total stranger along, but I doubt that is likely. Their conversation, though, ends with an unexpected impact where Otabek asks Yurio if they could be friends, and up to this moment, Yurio had never been asked by anyone to be their friend. So I think, platonic or not, we are in for a good time with this one. And then we get to the very best part of the episode. Whilst walking around the Christmas shops, Yuri sees a jewelry store and excitedly rushes in and requests to see 2 items on the premise of wanting a lucky charm and wanting to give one to Victor as a present. But then the scene changes to a church where Yuri is anxiously taking off Victor's glove, and then, whilst blushing, Yuri slides a gold ring onto Victor's 3rd finger, and then Victor reciprocates and slides a gold ring onto Yuri's finger. Oh my god. Afterwards, they go to eat and they pass a restaurant where Yurio and Otabek are having a cup of tea together, and then if you look closely, you will see Yurio blushing at Otabek. So it is at this point that I would say it's safe to assume that Yurio has affectionate interest in Otabek. Yuri and Victor join them and converse about the previous year's banquet and Yuri's drunk dance-off. And also in the cutaway to said banquet, is this Victor checking out Yuri a full year ago, or is that just Yuri's drunken escapades attracting attention? And then Christoph notices that Yuri and Victor are wearing matching gold rings, and Fichit blurts out, "Congrats on your marriage!" And then as Yuri's freaking out trying to deny it, Victor almost seemingly intentionally stops him and says that it's an engagement ring and that they will get married once Yuri wins gold. Now, I would say right there that Victor was trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. By saying that they will be getting married once he wins gold, he's stating that he's all aboard the idea of getting married, and by pointing out the condition of winning gold, he redirects everyone's attention from a subject that is obviously making Yuri uncomfortable. The episode then concludes with a confrontation between Yurio and Victor, where Yurio again expresses his burning desire to prove that he is superior to Yuri. And this ties directly in with Victor's concluding line, where in speaking to himself, he notes that many others get their L words from Yuri. And I think this is a very insightful reflection at this time, because he recognizes that Yuri has heightened Yurio's drive and passion for ice skating far more than he himself ever could have. At the very end of this episode, we go back to the banquet 1 year ago, and we see where all of this began. In near incoherent levels of inebriation, Yuri approaches Victor with the proposition that if he wins the drunken dance-off, Victor would come and be his coach. And it's at this point that we see where the relationship truly started developing. For a year, Victor had a proposition on his mind that Yuri had entirely forgotten about. It was in this moment that Victor's interest peaked and would eventually lead to the beautiful relationship that it is today. Well, that concludes my summary and analysis for episode 10 of Yuri on Ice. If you enjoyed this episode, then please share, like, and subscribe for more. Or not, whatever makes you happy, but regardless of what you do, stay sexy, my internet travelers.